Right, testing 1, 2, 3. That is testing 1, 2, 3.
And the other one.
And we are testing again. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to York Road for this very special evening as Maidenhead United take on Wolverhampton Wanderers in a pre-season friendly. It's our third pre-season friendly at York Road after we played MK Dons and Southampton under-21. United on the wrong end of those results, and tonight will be a tough challenge as well. We're facing Wolverhampton Wanderers' first team. A little bit about this fixture. Obviously, many of you know this all came about from the sale of Maximilian Kilman, former Maidenhead United player, who left the club in 2018 and joined Wolves, initially now under 23, before later captained the side. Max Kilman left in 2024, joined in West Ham, and the sell-on fee was widely reported and its beneficial impact on the club. And fair play to Wolves as well. They've decided that we're going to give us a friendly as part of a thank you for allowing that deal to happen. Going to run through the team news now, starting with Maidenhead United. So in goal, we've got Jordi van Stappershoef. In defence, we've got Owen Cochrane, Jordan Riggett, Miles Walsh-Hayes. We also have Josh Coley, Josh Johnson and Alfie Pendlebury on the field. Jada Mitchell-Lawson, Joel Odeniran, Jaden Dundas and Trialist A. On the bench are a couple of academy players and some more trialists. Mulder, Dan Krumer, Connor Hull, Freddie Dunham, Josh McMenemy, Alfie Carver and Joel Ellis. And you've got trialist B and trialist C on there as well. I'll shortly be joined by our club secretary and co-commentator today, Neil Maskell, who's just making a few announcements, including the announcement of a minute's applause for Dave Lawton, who sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago. Dave was a fantastic volunteer and stalwart for the club and a brilliant supporter, and his presence at York Road will be sorely missed. So two sides swapping ends there. So United will be facing the Bell Street end for the first half. Not something they usually do. They usually prefer to play down the slope towards the canal end in the first half and up towards the Bell Street end in the second. But be different today. So we'll just wait for the immense applause, and then we'll run through the Wolves lineup as well. So impeccably observed minutes applause there, and we will run through the Wolves lineup very quickly. In goal for the visitors, Dan Bentley. Number 2, Kieran Trippier. Number 3, Hugo Bueno. Number 5, Marshall Munetzi. Number 7, Andre. Number 15, Yerson Mosquera. Number 19, Rafiki Said. Number 21, Rodrigo Gomez. Number 23, Tuanda Shiera. Number 34, Nasser Jiga. And number 44, Leon Chirome. And the sound of that rustling microphone means I'm pleased to be joined by Neil Maskell. Neil, how are you?
Hello, Shay. Sorry for the loud entrance there. I'd like to come in with a bang after giving the team news to the large crowd assembled in here this evening. I'm very well, Shay. It's a nice evening. It's a sultry evening here at York Road. Looking at the flags around the grounds. That Colombian flag in there in the corner, is it?
But, I always get confused between them and Ecuador.
Oh, it might be Ecuador, actually. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? And a large sprinkling of, well, more than a sprinkling of old gold shirts around the ground.
Yeah, if you ever want to know what the number 1200 looks like, count the orange, basically. That's fantastic support from Wolves supporters over the past few days in the run-up for this fixture. As Josh Coley gets us underway and he passes back to Geordie Van Stappershoff, who clears it high towards Alfie Pendlebury. Jaden Mitchell-Lawson there on the right wing, and an early opportunity here as Alfie Pendlebury chases that down. It looks like the visitors are just going to get there first.
So, bright start by Maidenhead. I can remember the last time we played a real top level side here, and a friendly was Arsenal. I'm going to go 2009, I think, when we played the Gunners. It was a young Gunners side that played that day. Maidenhead scored the first goal that night, Shay, but Arsenal took over thereafter, and I'm not going to mention the final score in that one. A big defeat for the Magpies on the night. Kieran Centre-Me, I think, scored our goal down at Bell Street to give us the scoreline of Maidenhead United 1, Arsenal 0. Well, maybe we might not see that again, who knows.
I think Hector Bellerin played in that game, didn't he?
May well have done, yes. I need to
esteemed career.
dig out the team sheet and programme from that one a long time ago.
And the difference then, obviously, that was I think they used to call it an Arsenal 11, but this is obviously Wolverhampton Wanderers' first team. So a lot of these players will be starting in the Championship in a few weeks' time when their campaign gets underway.
Yeah, now our colleague Scott is your man when you want to ask questions about the Championship, but he's engaged otherwise with other tasks this afternoon. But this evening, rather, I imagine this opposition are going to be right up there, or expected to be right up there, aren't they? So, great occasion for us this evening. Both teams, just sort of keeping possession at the moment.
Absolutely.
Shay's lost his team sheet. Well, luckily, I'll substitute that for one there. There you go. Always be prepared.
We need the old Keith Higgins, who's we're pleased to say has been retained for the season by our media staff.
Yeah, that'll be a first team fixture then, will it? Next time with Keith back.
That will be, and the expert punditry will return, including taping down your team sheets so they don't hit the Wolves manager on the head.
I do remember the time the VO fell off here, Shay. That wasn't a good day. We were lucky. Well done there, Joshua Johnson, who takes the ball off number 19, Rafiki Saeed there, and gets a cheer from the rather outnumbered Magpies fans here this evening. The hardcore are in. I've seen lots of familiar faces. Yeah,
interesting. Unsegregated game as well, isn't it, for us? Usually we get big crowds like this and you segregate, but is this a friendly, of course?
I think the biggest away supports I can remember were Wrexham a couple of years back when they were stitched on for the title. They had the whole of the Bell Street end, and Aldershot in the FA Cup when they were still a EFL side had most of that end as well. Otherwise, everyone can gather behind whatever goal they want to and watch from whatever vantage point tonight.
My first ever Maidenhead game, that was.
The Aldershot game, that was a good day.
The Aldershot game, my mum took me down, and she must not have got the bug that I did, because I don't think she's been back since. But you might watch it on the stream tonight if you are. Hello, Mum.
That was a great day. That was. We came very close to being an EFL side, which we've never done in a FA Cup match. Surely this is the year, isn't it?
Got to be.
A loose pass there, and immediately sniffed up there by Yerson Mosquera.
It'll be interesting to see the differences between the two sides. So obviously Wolves, I mean, just recently relegated from the Premier League. Very, very, professional outfit. I have to say their staff have been absolutely brilliant to work with over the past few weeks in building this fixture up. But yeah, the different playing styles will be interesting. So we see who's that, Leon Chiwome on the ball there on the right-hand side, just in front of the canal end.
Magpies assistant manager Aaron O'Brien was talking to the sponsors before the match. We'll talk a bit about them later on. And they were informed that he's expecting us to do a lot of work without the ball today. So it's all good practice to get us ready for just under, or just over rather, two weeks' time.
Well, absolutely. It's a very good point, actually. We're not going to be, let's be honest, we're not going to be playing teams of the quality of Wolves in our in the league. You might do as we go, as you say, we've gone a bit of a cup run, but you know, there are going to be games where we're not going to have much of the ball, so it is actually quite a good practice for the two sides. You know, it's not so much a novelty game, so to speak. It's actually, you know, there will be situations where Maidenhead are seeing a lot less of the ball than they like, and this is a good chance to practice that.
Yeah, it's been a strange pre-season so far, hasn't it? It's been a bit injury hit. Some of the new faces haven't had a chance to figure. Now Josh Coley has played in there and tries to hold the ball up. Coley, I think it's Magpies fans in the crowd there are shouting for that rather than Josh himself. Seemed to be well marshalled there by the Wolves defence. Yeah, a few players missing, but we're starting to come back now. We've got Connor Hall and Freddie Dunham and Daniel Nkrumah, three new players on the bench as Wolves tap down the right. And that's going to be a Maidenhead throw. It's well defended by another new boy there. Joel Aldeniran comes from, or came in the summer from Folkestone and Victor.
A side we will, of course, be visiting this season as well for the first time for many supporters, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think we've played them before, actually, Shay. I think that's a brand new opposition for us. So good tick in the ground hopping book for us all next year. Magpies fans sing here for the Maidenhead. I think most supporters higher up the echelons as Wolves try and go round Jordi van Stappershoff. And the header at goal goes over the top. Yes, the amount of times we get confused with Maidstone, at least the Wolves fans have gone to Berkshire rather than Kent this evening.
And well, it's a new experience for, I'm sure, a lot of them as well. You know, it's you know, they're scattered all around the ground because obviously at the top flight, the top levels, you stay in one spot and watch the whole game from there. And obviously at our level, you can kind of really go wherever you want as long as you don't go on the pitch.
And it's classic non-league ground is what we describe York Road as. Other people may give different definitions of this wonderful old place. Well, we like it, and that's all that counts. Up goes Alfie Pendlebury. He scored a great header, didn't he, against Southampton's under-21s on Saturday. A local lad, signed at the end of last season, was formerly with Hollyport. Just the other side of town from us.
It is, isn't he? 3 from 3 so far in pre-season.
Yeah, if he notches tonight, he would have done well. Missing Josh Umera at the moment, top scorer last season. He played in the first friendly against Milton Keynes Dons. Still 3 more left for the Magpies after tonight. Wolves, meanwhile, started their pre-season with a match in Portugal against Estoril. Always makes me think of the Portuguese Grand Prix, Shay. It used to be what circuit's that? I don't know. You're a Formula One fan. It used to be at Estoril all the years ago.
Oh, blimey, what's it called now?
Put you on the spot there.
It's at Portimao. Okay. I don't think it's back this year. I think it's back next year.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the ones they rotate. Used to be at Estoril.
Estoril in the day, and I think it's in the Algarve, Estoril, isn't it?
Okay.
Sounds like somewhere you go golfing, but
you'd know about that as well, wouldn't you? Your two passions there, Formula One and golf.
I think Wolves coming into this game a little bit now. They got a good chance here from is that Kieran Trippier, familiar name to a lot of players, of course, a lot of fans. Sorry, former England international now. Of
54
Wolves.
Caps.
54 caps. As we see, who's this here? Number 19, been handled by Owen Cochrane, and referee Sonny Gill has decided that Owen was the instigator of that foul.
Rafiki Saeed was the man fouled there. He's an international from Comoros. Do you know where that is, Shay?
I do. It's in I was going to say the Mediterranean, but no, it's by Madagascar in the Indian Ocean, I believe.
Yeah, it is located at the northern end of the Mozambique Channel in the Indian Ocean. According to my notes, I had no clue before looking that up. Jaden Mitchell-Lawson operating as a right wing-back, as he has done really since Ryan Peters took charge in November last year.
He does love the old the 5-3-2, doesn't he? There's always that debate, is it 5?
Well, I think it's well, isn't it? You know, our form when Ryan took over as caretaker manager initially was top 2, wasn't it? From the moment he took over. You know, the form didn't get us over the line in the playoffs. We did well to get in there in the end, given we were a fair bit adrift. But
Yeah,
That's the formation work, but it's going to be different this year with no Will de Havilland, who's moved on to Hampton. So it's going to look a little different. It will take some time to get it right, and it's a hard start. And I'm getting my excuses in early because I'm expecting it to be a real tough one this season. I think there's 8 or 9 teams who really fancy a good go at it this year.
Yeah, there's it always is the National League South, as you see Wolves
With a corner there.
Joel and getting his foot in.
Yeah, Joel did well again there.
National League South, it's always been, it seems to be the league that all the carnage happens in. There's that one, I think there's a couple of years ago that 6 teams could win it on the final day.
Yeah, and it went to the final day last year, and we had a bit of a say in it, didn't we? Without a goalless draw at Hornchurch, denying them, albeit Worthing won anyway, and then Hornchurch rather upset some of the bigger clubs and won the playoffs. Wolves corner.
Ashley Yearwood's gone there as well, former midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
keep an eye out how he does this year. No, it's gone a bit too high, and Jaden Dundas can't clear. The young, it's not the most decisive defending, and that's a good save by Jordi van Stappershoff, but Leon Chiwomi will feel he probably should have done maybe a little better with that one.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest bit of defending, but the main point is the goal. Well, there wasn't a goal. The ball didn't go
Remains
in,
intact for now.
Absolutely. So
just a little bit indecisive. I was just saying that's a new back line.
It's going back to the 5-3-2, and sometimes it's a 3-5-2, but that's the joy of it, is that you can move your wing backs forwards and backwards depending on the momentum, the game plan as well. You don't need to, you see clubs where they'll have a 4-3-2-1 or something like that, and then they've got to switch it up because they've gone 1-0 down. They've got to change basically half the players are playing in different places, whereas with a 3-5-2 or something, you just put the wing backs a bit further back if you go 1-0 up, or
I think Jaden Mitchell-Lawson is good a player in that position in our league actually. I didn't see many better at getting back and getting forward than him. Loves to run all day. Always on the end of a crunching tackle or two, but gives it out. Here comes Josh Coley now, back for a second spell with the club. He tries to go past the huge wall that is Marshall Moretzi. Gets a free kick given against him, perhaps rather harshly. He's kind of standing his ground, really, I thought. Referee is Sonny Gill, experienced EFL official. Only the best here tonight for this prestigious match. Moretzi is a Zimbabwean defender who joined FC Paris on loan in January of this year, looking to get his way back into the Wolverhampton Wanderers squad. Josh Coley is going to send the ball in as the Magpies fans behind the goal urge their team on. He's nodded away by that man Monetsky, who gave away the free kick. Jaden Dundas is dispossessed, the youngster, and now Wolves can counter. Fairly steady start by the Magpies, despite the scare a few moments ago when the defending was perhaps not as decisive as it could be. Monetsky again involved in the action, nearly dispossessed there, but he does well to retain possession. And the diagonal goes in the direction of Rafiki Saeed.
Wouldn't it be great, Neil, if Maidenhead could just get a goal? I know it's obviously a friendly, so it's not like a cup game or anything like that. But get a goal, get the crowd. Fair play to the Magpies fans. We're saying about Wolves, but Maidenhead fans have turned out in this quite well for this game as well. There's a lot of them behind the goal there.
Yeah, we'd give anything for a crowd this big when Dorking come to town on the 15th of August. That should be a big game, that one. They're going to be right up there again, and they're always a interesting side to play against. So hopefully, like you say, they can press some of the floating voters a bit tonight, and they may come back in a couple of weeks when we have that big game with Dorking, the first home game, Saturday the 15th.
And it's a tough start, as you mentioned earlier, Neil. Truro just relegated from the National League.
Well done, Jaden.
One of those places that are always tough to go just because of the distance. Dorking, as you say, are going to be favourites. Certainly up there, if not favourites. Got a good, as Jordan will get there, pose it's Jaden Dundas.
I've got that wrong there, actually. I gave credit to Jaden, who's actually the trialist. Trialist A is wearing 23. We're at that stage of the season where I think we had trialists up to about H or J, didn't we, the other day? For the, that was a long afternoon. Ball into the box is well dealt with by Wolves.
Who was that? I think I'm about to make the same mistake.
He's down. Yeah,
Josh
it's 20
Coley, was it? Or Trialist Day. There's Coley with the cross there.
A big tidy in possession here. Just as I say that, Jaden has a bit of a miss kick, but keeps possession. I think it was a change of style, wasn't it, after Dev, after so many years at the club. Ryan came in and we've certainly played some really good football at times, haven't we? There were some really memorable games last season. We couldn't get over the line in the playoffs. Ended at Dorking, who themselves were beaten at Torquay.
Absolutely, Neil. You can probably hear Ryan Peters shouting quicker at his players, and that's one of his philosophies is touch play, as he calls it, just moving the ball around, keeping the pace of play up. And on the flip side, Van Devonshire is very much a staunch defender of the old Route 1 style of the game, and it worked. It got us into the National League and kept us there for 8 seasons. But I think obviously the game's changed. It has, and it's become, when you speak to Maidenhead fans who've been coming for decades, unlike myself, who've only been coming for about 10, 11 years. When you look back 20, 25 years, and the players would, they'd stay in the bar after the game, and the bar would only close when the players go home. Nowadays, obviously, there's so much more athleticism, professionalism required from players, and they have to watch what they eat, what they train, and all that, on how they train, and just so much more required. Even though Maidenhead, in reality, have only really gone up a league since about 25 years ago, when you look at where they were.
Yeah, the restructure that came in 2004 of non-league football, with the North and South divisions coming in, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I can remember a few players in the very dim and distant past who looked like they'd had a drink before the game, Shay, sometimes, but I'm not going to name any names. Well before Dev's era, great decade for the club, and we wish him well if he's watching at home this evening. We hope to have him join us for a game or two this season, perhaps. And you know what, people talk about direct football, Shay, and I'll let other people more qualified than me discuss that. But I would say that season when we won the National League South, with Dave Tarpey scoring nearly 50 goals, Sean Marks alongside him, what did we score? 96 goals that year. If you're telling me direct football is boring, if again the use of the word direct was yours, not mine, then takes more than one way to skin a cat, doesn't it? So.
Absolutely. Maidenhead holding our own. We're about 20 minutes in now, are we? 25 minutes in, and still 0-0. So
yeah, any of that real early scare that was really kind of Maidenhead's own doing, really, when Chiwomi couldn't get a good contact to the far post when he looked favourite to score. Jordi van Stappershoff did well, and as does Jordan Reget. Now, Jordan got a lot of praise for Saturday's performance, didn't he, against Southampton. Again, someone who's playing wing-back, has got lots of ability coming forward. He's a good build for a wing-back. He's got a good future in the game, and he's one that we were pleased to tie down on a longer-term deal. So that's good news.
Ryan Peters has done quite well, actually, to retain a lot of his key players. He's when we look at years gone by where we've basically, through players moving on, whether that be up the pyramid or perhaps down it, we've had some years where we've basically arrived with a brand new squad. Whereas this year, we've got, you look at on the pitch at the moment, Miles Walsh-Hayes, Owen Cochrane, Jordan Reget, Jaden Dundas, obviously a young lad, Jaden Mitchell-Lawson, Alfie Pendlebury obviously joined us last season as well, and then Matt Robinson, Josh Romero, so all players who perhaps not featuring tonight. But then you've got blood player Josh Coley returning to the club as well, and there are rumours, we won't leak them at the moment, that another defender might be joining us very soon, but you have to follow our social media channels or our WhatsApp channel to find out first who that may be. So
yeah, good idea, good chance to plug that. New service, free service, obviously. That who's on comms duty tonight? Is that you? Is that you, Scott? Follow Scott's commentary in the WhatsApp group. Instructions on our social media channels of how to join.
And QR codes around the ground, although it's probably a pointless announcement because no one's going to be watching it.
Maybe someone's watching the stream here just to check.
Wonder if they got on his
Just to
stripes.
check we really are playing a championship team here at York Road. That's a good ball in. Nearly launched across goal. Just couldn't quite get the contact, could he, Tawanda Chirawara, former Ipswich man, another Zimbabwean, 23 years old, 10 caps for Zimbabwe. Just couldn't quite get the ball that he wanted, I think, final ball into the danger zone.
Yeah, it's a very clever little dinky ball over the top there, wasn't it? But sadly not to be for the Wolves target man. As Owen Cochrane on the wrong side of that one, but managed to pressure the ball out of play.
As ever, the near touchline here is a bit of a blind spot for us.
They've actually got a...
having a little break, are we? A little drinks break.
They've actually got a branded pack of Maidenhead United set piece.
Oh, it's a substitution, apologies. I thought we were... So, Mateus Mane is coming on for the Wanderers, and actually... referee Sonny Gill calls the drinks break. That gets the boo that has popularised in the World Cup. Just give me an opportunity, Shay, to speak a bit about David Lawson, who passed away recently, a real stalwart of the club. We're all very saddened to hear of his recent passing. A long-term supporter and a volunteer, regular face around the ground at York Road. Keeping busy with maintenance of the ground and also assisting long-serving kitman John Urry and his successor Jason Stewart. Club historian Mark Stewart has paid tribute to David for his help in doing an enormous amount of research on Mark's behalf towards the fantastic official club history book, One for Sorrow, Two for Joy. We really are blessed with a great research that has gone into the long history of our club, and David Lawson was part of that. We send our condolences to David's family, some of whom are here with us this evening, and his friends, and we mourn the loss of the true club man, proud Lancastrian he was. He would wear his Lancashire cricket top around the ground at times. Referee Sonny Gill is calling the players back on. Mateus Mane came on, didn't he? I didn't see who replaced Shay. Sorry, I was throw you under the bus there. We'll work out.
Wonderful tribute.
You're too kind.
Yeah, Mateus Mane's coming.
Is he on yet, or is he just poised?
He's come on now. I haven't seen who.
We'll work it out. Now that Wolves kit is really excellent retro kit, isn't it? That sort of takes me back to, it's a very old badge, but I remember a Wolves kit of that sort of shade when they were in the 4th division back in the very late 80s. They soon got up back to where they belong, but they had a spell of real hot lean times in the 80s. Okay, thank you. Our cameraman Lee to the rescue. Rafiki is the man who made way. Yes, Rafiki Saeed was the man who made way for Mateus Mane. Well done, Lee. You can have a pay rise. It's just contracts are up for renewal still, so he's just showing off. I think we've secured your services for the new season.
Yeah, I don't think
best in the business. FC Video for all your videography needs in the home counties.
Absolutely, as Geordie Van Staffscher first on to that one. No, I think we haven't put our retained list out for the media team, but
I don't think I'll be on it.
None of us have been sacked yet, so
Keith Higgins, where are you?
Keith Higgins will be back for the Dorking Wanderers game. We hope.
That's a good ball. Here goes Josh Coley, and he tries to cut inside, goes down again. He's down his feet as Josh. Alfie Pendlebury is surrounded by the large figure of Marshall Moretzi and
no nonsense defending that, is it? If in doubt, kick it out.
Josh Coley, that is, looking very willing this evening, very sharp. Just
he has. He's obviously, players come back, and the first pre-season games always going to be a bit slow, and as people get back into their
that's right. That's what these games are for.
Their routines, absolutely. But he's certainly really, develops quite a lot over pre-season, and he's looking all right tonight. He's been involved in a few opportunities. There's Jaden Mitchell-Lawson here down the right-hand side.
Takes the ball off Hugo Bueno. That's a good ball into the far post towards the trialist, who's coming in there. I'm afraid I don't know an awful lot about his identity.
He
And,
does look
probably
like
should-
Jaden Dundas, actually,
Probably
doesn't
he does. Yeah. Any relation to Jaden Dundas? No, 23 and 29. And Mitchell Lawson wins the free kick there from Bueno, who's less than impressed with that. He came through the academy at Wolves, Hugo Bueno. And has one cap. I'm going to test you again, Charlotte, throwing you under the bus. He has one cap for Galicia. Tell me where Galicia is. You're a well-travelled man.
Blimey, I don't think they play in the National League or National League South. I'm going to say the Caribbean, is it?
It's not quite, no. Northwest Iberian Peninsula, which includes the provinces of A Coruña, Lugo, Orense and Pontevedra. Now you know.
That sounds like your next holiday.
Yeah, it does actually. It's end of September if anyone's interested. I won't be at Chesham away. Been there, done that. Some new grounds to visit this year, though, which we're looking forward to. And that's a nice play there from 7 Andre. Full name is Andre Trinidad da Costa. Trindade, rather, da Costa. And he's one who has played in the World Cup for Brazil. 13 caps, Brazilian international at York Road. There you go. Not quite Anguillan international that we've had in the past, and Antiguan internationals that we've had on our side.
The old, I think we had about half the Montserrat first team as well, didn't
we?
Indeed,
yes.
A few years ago.
Yeah, I'll give Brazil their credit there. A little way ahead of the Caribbean sides. Mind you, they didn't have a very good World Cup, did they, this year? Maybe they should have brought Mr. Andre along with them to the States. They went out early doors. Wasn't overly impressed with them, really, Shay, I don't think. Brazil this time round. Not a vintage Brazil side. They'll be back.
I don't think they've been all that great for the past few World Cups. Ever since like 7-1 in the semi-final.
Yeah, that was
at home.
That was 2002, the last one they won.
Didn't they beat England on the way to the final?
They beat England on the way to the final in a 7:30 a.m. kickoff. We were allowed to stay back from work because Wolves manoeuvre a position, and the ball ends up scrambled away. Again, it was that man, Leon Chiwome, who had the shot. It was a low shot. I thought he might creep in the corner. Jordi van Stappershoff is a tall man. It was too close to him in any case, I think. Some nice football there in the build-up by the championship side.
That's a good ball.
There you go. See, what's wrong with directs? That was nearly nice and accurate, but not quite.
Well, that's the York Road slope coming into play.
It is, yeah, the famous York Road slope. That's going to catch a few people out. Matthias Mardi couldn't get on the end of that one, the 18-year-old Portuguese.
I suppose for a lot of teams, you know, if you're used to playing on flat surfaces all the time, coming to a ground where one end of the pitch is a good 7 or 8 feet hard and the other end, it's not something that many clubs are used to, really.
Did you go to Salford on our one visit there?
I did not, actually.
The slope there was crazy.
I watched it on the TV.
Even bigger than the slope here. Yeah, that was a TV game, wasn't it? That's right.
That's fancy dress as well.
I stood with Frank Sidebottom watching the game that evening, and a few Mexicans.
Oh, we fancy dress. This is Braintree, isn't it?
Braintree for the fancy dress this year, yeah. What are you going as, Scott? Yeah. To be decided. What's that? Teletubby. I've seen that before. I remember we won promotion. Let's break away as Wolves attack is snuffed out, but giving away position there, Maidenhead. And it wasn't 2 minds what to do there, wasn't he, the substitute? That was not the most decisive defending, could have been punished there. Which is one thing you don't want, is it? You know, it's a class opposition. Let them make their goals. Don't give it to them. They've got enough ability to do that. Yes, the promotion game at Margate when we won the league in 2017. Traditional. How long's fancy dress been going on for? 20, 25 years they've been doing it?
Oh, that's a question.
As I invaded the pitch, I was outpaced by 2 Sabutio men in a crayon. Probably shows how in shape I am.
Yeah, I think 25 years actually. That's
something like that. That's one for.
Obviously been there's a couple of years where it's suspended because of COVID.
COVID, indeed.
So I can't remember how many we're up to, but it's only around about that mark. It might have been the 25-year just gone, but I think it might be next year.
Yeah, it's a Braintree away for that one. Why not?
I've done, who've I done for fancy dress? Superman.
Quickly taken free kick for
Just watch this.
the Wolves as Jaden Mitchell-Lawson dispossesses Mane at the far post. Not quite got into the pace of the game yet. It's hard coming on as a substitute, isn't it? Especially in the first half.
Yeah, early probably wasn't expecting to be on so soon. So
no, I hope Rafiki Saeed is okay. I think players are probably withdrawn as a precaution more than anything in this day and age. We don't want anyone getting anything untowards by way of an injury. We lost Matt Robinson, our captain for the season, to injury on Saturday, which was frustrating, but that happens. Josh Cody's cross is blocked.
I imagine we'll be seeing a completely different Wolves side in the second half. By the looks of it, they've got 11 subs.
Yeah,
so
11 subs.
Be a 45 minutes each as a run out, as they did in Estoril.
The good thing with that is that will probably be some younger players who will be really hungry to show what they can do. So I'm sure the second half will be just as much of a test as the first. The Maidenhead doing okay at the moment, goalless, keeping possession well. It's a game short on chances so far. In comes Jaden Mitchell-Lawson. The ball initially I thought was going to run kind for him, but he was well possessed there or dispossessed there by the Wolves back line, and in particular Nasser Divaga.
Well done, Jordan. He did well to get that. Important got first that ball, actually. He did well to get to it.
Miscredited now. It's Yerson Moskura who...
Nothing given here. Go on, Josh.
Josh Coley down the right. Ball in. Evades Alfie Pendlebury. It was Rigette's cross for Pendlebury's header on Saturday, wasn't it? That was a great header.
Oh, that's
best headed
fantastic.
goals I've seen. Wasted on the friendly, really.
Yeah, you go back to the point about the younger players coming on. Yeah, absolutely spot on. They are, they're going to be wanting to get into the first team, showing what they're going to prove. So, they might not be what you call your natural 11 starters, but that doesn't mean they're of any less quality or going to be less of a challenge for United.
Well, the good thing is that they would have played, some of them I'm sure, in the National League Cup last year. Wolves were in the Premier League and they played in the National League Cup. The Magpies played in for one season before we went back down to the south in 25. That's going into its third season. And Wolves were one of the under 23 sides that took part in that competition in the sort of northern Midland zone. I think they played Aldershots, I think, from memory. Don't think Aldershot's in the Midlands, but there you go. Let's work that out as well as they could do. Now they attack down the left-hand side. The header had Jordi van Stepasov wrong-footed, didn't it? But it had... it was too well directed in the way, wasn't it? Running there, as kind of his momentum took him into the header, Leon Chiwomi, and it's gone over the top. But I think if he more delicate contact there, Jordi was wrong-footed, wasn't he? I think that would have nestled in.
Yeah, he's been kept on his toes a little bit, Jordi van Stepasov.
Well, he's the only one of the keepers to make a save yet. He's had to pull off two from Leon Chiwomi. Not the most arduous of saves. He made a couple of good stops on Saturday, I thought, against Southampton under 21s. It's good to have him back after an injury. Didn't miss a game last year, did he? So, apart from County Cup. That's spread across to Kieran Trippier, a player I really admired when he played for England. I thought he was a brilliant player under Southgate for England. Pulled back, but only as far as Jaden Dundas. He is happy to chuck the ball into touch. Rodrigo Gomez was the man who tried to pull the ball across goal. Wolves just being nice and patient. They know that their quality and ability and fitness will bring them opportunities.
Kieran Trippier, as you say, for England, he's one of those players. I can't say I've seen much in the Premier League, in all honesty. Just not the sort of thing I watch, but for England, I've seen him actually play in person twice. This is the third time I've seen him play, and he's one of those right backs. Just as you see Mane on the ball here, crossing
I think
in.
he's a quality player. That was a great capture by Wolves. He's 35, but look, he's going to be he's going to show his quality, isn't he?
The best defenders are the ones that you don't really notice when you watch it on the TV, but when you go to see him in, an actual game, I think he's going to be taking a corner actually.
Takes a free kick, mean sort of set piece as well, doesn't he? So
Yeah, so you don't notice him on
Trippier
TV.
this side, is it?
That's
Taking
Trippier,
it?
yeah. So
I can't quite see through the mesh. I'll send you forward to crane your neck there. I'll just discuss the resultant delivery in, which you'd expect will be of the highest quality. Defending for the Magpies to do. Goes to the far post, and the header's across goal. Just flashed across goal. Reguet kind of lost his man a little bit there. That could have been, I think if that had been a league game, I think you would have seen the Magpies backroom staff up and giving the team a bit of stick there, because Jordan, as well as he's played in pre-season, allowed the all-action Marshall Monetsky to get there first, and I was expecting that to nestle in the bottom corner, if I'm honest.
yeah, it's a great, well-taken free kick. The Wolves manager, it's only his first game in front of a crowd, isn't it? So.
Well, you peaked early, haven't you, coming to York Road as Wolves manager? Now it's going to be quite like this in the Championship.
But he's happy with that set piece. He's happy with
Come
that
here
as
and get a
well.
result. You can go and get a result anywhere. Yeah, it was good delivery, and I just think that Jordan sort of, I don't say he ducked out of it, but he didn't deal with it as well as he might have done. But there you go. That's what pre-season's for, like I say, isn't it? Get in shape. It's been probably one of the star turns so far in pre-season. And that ball's going to run out with Joel Odnier. I've been impressed with Joel this evening. I think it's taken him a little while to settle in. His first game against Wolves, MK Dons, barely 2 minutes had passed, and he sort of misjudged a long ball, didn't he? And they were able to get in for first goal. Make mistakes then. You're getting to know your teammates. Clearly did well with Folkestone last year. I believe they were keen to keep him, but he elected for a move to York Road. I think they're going to be a team to watch, Shay, next season. Folkestone, I was talking to some of their directors and officials at the National League AGM. I get to go to all the exciting places. Actually, you were there as well. Only for the evening bit. And they said look, they're well backed and they're a team. So maybe not one of the teams that will be talked about, but don't write them off.
It is going to be another season, and a lot of clubs just throwing money at it. Really, that's not the best.
Chelmsford City, I think, will be ambitious as well, won't they?
Chelmsford, folks seem to say Dorking. They've got new co-owners now.
Is that right? Okay,
yeah, it seems like they've got investors coming in every week over there. But
well, they've got a good model, haven't they now?
Yeah.
Josh Coley took the feet away of his man there. Josh Johnson
not
does
that
well.
good.
Well done. He's hurt himself in doing so. Seemed to be across his face. I think nothing untoward. I think just got a kind of wrist in the face, I think. But he did well initially. That was some of the Josh Johnson we saw in his loan spell from Oxford United a couple of years back. Another loan spell that was disrupted by injury. So as we want to see physiotherapist Eden Stokes on the pitch as little as possible this season, because she had to bring Matt Robinson off on Saturday, unfortunately, with a knee strain of some sort. We wait and see what that's going to manifest. So Josh, get up and running, son. That's it, good lad. I think he just got a wrist across the face unintentionally as he went and won that ball there. That wasn't really his ball to win, was it?
no, it was a fair challenge.
He did well.
He did well to win it, but he injured himself in the process. Really,
he's all right. He's fine. As I
he
say,
looks all right. Yeah.
I could see he was clutching his sort of bridge of his nose. And I think just as the Wolves player went down, I think just
always going to hurt, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's not going to rule you out for a game or two, but it's always you're going to feel it.
He's still feeling his nose. He's still there, Josh. Don't worry. Eden's checked for blood. There's none of that. On we go. It's a red shirt, so no one's going to notice anyway. Strange commentating on the Maidenhead team playing at home in a red shirt, but there you go. Joys of pre-season.
We start to see the back of that kit, really.
Well, I think it's going to be third kit for next season, because I think we might need it in 1 or 2 games. A couple in mind, we might need to wheel it out. So, what's this space? Third kit, Maidenhead United. Who would have thought it?
No. There's this Mane again. What's the ball in?
Oh, it's got good whip on it, hasn't it? Just a glancing header towards goal. That could have found its way in the bottom corner, but I think it hit a Maidenhead player after it was flicked on. It was a good ball in. I think it was Chirera with the glancing head, and those can often just spin into the bottom corner, can't they, with the trajectory on them, but came off possibly Alderneeren. The Wolves stepping up in the tent here, the ball across the box. Still in play, and actually it's gone out, which is a stroke of luck.
Offside.
Oh, the offside flag's up at the far post. Okay, well spotted. Good job you're here.
I don't see many offsides in the 6-yard box because obviously you're allowed to take it from there, and Geordie won't be expected to do a 1-foot run up.
Yeah. This is how you bowl in cricket, show, isn't it? Off 2 paces, I think.
It's like my bowling, we better duck for cover. That's a fine delivery. Go on, Alfie, or unlucky. Throwing to Maidenhead though on the halfway line. So chance here perhaps to create an opening. Not seen too much of the ball today, it's to be expected, but you know, he takes one chance and then all of a sudden 1-0 up.
Yeah, we're doing okay. I think the couple of moments that Wolves might have been a bit more clinical in were probably in some ways of our own doing, really. So they've not really opened up Maidenhead too many times yet so far. Jordan Reguette clips one to the far post. Josh Coley goes down again. Joshua Johnson is beaten to the ball. Josh Coley turns and
wasn't given offside as well.
Okay. Well, he had more time then, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he thought he was. I think
yeah.
It's one of those where they just take it and, you know, bit of target practice. But no, the linesman didn't stick his flag up, and they usually do, even if it, you know, you just kick it straight to keeper.
Certainly involved a lot so far, hasn't he, Coley? It was a messy period of play. The ball rebounding came to Jordan Reguette initially, who put the first ball in.
Good tackle, Owen.
Yeah, those came at times when Wolves were just showing some good intent. Happy just to keep possession and wear Maidenhead down. That's the thing with friendlies, no real jeopardy. That ball goes flying off the touchline. But it is difficult for players, isn't it, when there's no jeopardy in a game to really, you know, just that little edge, isn't there? Mind you, I've seen some pre-season, I've seen some friendlies that have been anything but over the years. I can remember one with the same referee when we played Hungerford in a mid-season friendly, and he decided with 5 minutes left, I've had enough of this, and called it off, and I was rather glad he did, because it got a bit silly. It's always a bruising game with them, wasn't it, Hungerford? Maidenhead throw there.
To be honest, Neil, there's some regular season games I've watched where a ref would do the same thing as well. So
now. Yeah,
mid-season friendlies, blimey. That's
well, that was the COVID year. So we had 10 days without game due to opposition being poorly. So we arranged a game with Hungerford here, and Sonny was in the middle, and he said, Neil, I was 5 minutes away from having to send people off in a friendly. I said, thank you for blowing the whistle early. That's not what anyone wants.
Oh dear, that's Mitchell Lawson's taking his man down there. I'm not sure.
Well, like I said earlier, Jaden's not afraid to dish it out, and he takes a lot of it as well, doesn't he? There's not a game that goes by where Jaden doesn't go down stricken at some point. All action player. I'm a JML fan.
Yerson Mosquera, who we had a bit of a tussle with. Nothing given by referee Sonny Gill, so no cards. I've seen red cards for one last year, didn't we, in a pre-season friendly as Oxford City, and a very confused media team tweeted that we were down to 10 men and then counted 11 players on the pitch 2 seconds later.
There was some allowances made to yes. So, we're not going to dwell on that one. That was not an easy afternoon, that one. Friendlies coming up for the Magpies. We visit 2 venues we've not been to before. That's a push there, was it?
Yeah.
Cochrane, or was it, Jaden?
Cochrane, I think.
Cochrane with the push.
On Mane.
Mane's over the ball. He feeds it to Andre, the Brazilian. First Brazilian international to play at York Road. Do right in if you know better.
Or if
Right
you are
in
one.
care of PO Box 50, FC Video, Chiswick. Or wherever it is Lee lives. Somewhere posh.
Bit of homework for Maidenhead United Brazil, our fan
Yes,
account.
I wonder if Maidenhead United Brazil are watching this evening.
If they're listening, obrigado.
Well
That's
played,
right.
Shay. Well played.
And please do let us know if any Brazilian internationals have played at York Road before.
And do let us know if our pronunciation is correct as well. I say ours, mine specifically. Shay's just proven his.
I don't know, they might be watching on mute.
1 minute to be added on.
1 minute. Oh, we've got the substitution boards back as well.
Mr. Michael
Big
Webb
leagues.
is the fourth official this evening. We've had a official switch. He's taken the fourth official job, and Greg Reed is on the line instead. Would you rather be a fourth official, Shay, or an assistant referee? What would you rather be?
Oh, fourth official.
You'd rather be fourth official?
Yeah,
Says the man who's never stood and had the abuse that the fourth official gets. Mind you, you shouldn't be getting much abuse in a friendly.
No.
Mind you, I have seen it.
I've been a linesman before, and had to hold out a bib rather than a flag. The good old days of Sunday League, but that was traumatic enough. I think it was about 15 years ago, so I've not done that since. But fair play to referees; they get a lot of stick, but they without them, we wouldn't have to go in football.
Absolutely. I'm going to let you summarise the first half, Shay, as I switch hats and do some announcements at half time with 1 minute signalled. And hopefully United get in. There we go. Level at half time.
Thank you, Neil. So as Neil says, 0-0 at half time here at York Road. Maidenhead United seeing less of the ball, to be expected when you're playing opposition from the EFL Championship. Chance early on in the half for Wolves, which was well saved by Geordie Van Staffordshire. And then in the 40th minute, there's an opportunity for, I believe it was Marshall Minetzi, from a corner courtesy of Kieran Trippier, and that just went wide of the post. But since then, United have been pressing. They've not been totally one-sided at all, but obviously Wolves, with their professional experience, the stronger side in the first half. But crucially, 0-0 at the break. So we're going to take a short break ourselves. We hope you can join us in about 15 minutes' time for the second half. And we'll see you then.
Those of you looking for half-time snacks or a drink, the 3 tea bars are open.
Welcome back to York Road for this pre-season friendly between Maidenhead United and Wolverhampton Wanderers. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who's tuning in. I think we're at one stage we're at 2,600. By contrast, when we do Magpies Radio for a league game, we have about 20. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching our live stream. I hope you're enjoying the coverage, and I hope you're enjoying the game as well. I say a couple of changes. Basically, Wolves have changed their entire squad. Obviously, in the first half, Rafiki Said came off for Matthias Mane. Wolverhampton have basically swapped around the entire team. For obviously, as it's pre-season friendly, there's no caps on substitutions. Don't believe there's been any changes for Maidenhead United. Obviously, they don't have to. Obviously, they have to make the substitution board. Doesn't have to be held up 11 times, so I can't see any for Maidenhead though, but we will keep you informed. Wolverhampton get the second half back on the way here at York Road. They'll be shooting towards the Bell Street end, which is, you might not be able to see it on the stream, but it's uphill. Elevation change of about 8 to 10 feet, we believe. There's always a bit of a debate as to how much it actually is, but there's a big slope, and perhaps for a lot of EFL opposition when they come here in the FA Cup, it's not quite, they used to playing on flat surfaces, and here it's quite a noticeable slope. Won't be able to see it today because there's a packed capacity crowd, so you can't see the main stand, but yeah, it's a big elevation change. As we welcome back Neil Maskell, who's just finished one of his many duties of announcing the half-time draw, and is taking a few photos for us as well from the gantry.
I didn't win, Shay, but I don't buy a ticket anyway, so
No?
we've got much of a chance. I'm not a lucky man.
We're going to have to up our bribes, aren't we, at this rate?
Maidenhead United fan, I'm not going to have an awful lot of luck in life, am I? Born lucky. Born lucky. So there's a few changes, isn't there, for the Wanderers? So,
yeah, we've just
Saheed, Oligandu
didn't bother running through them because they've basically changed the whole team by the looks of it. But obviously, I think Matthias Mane has stayed on.
Yeah,
because
that makes
he
sense
came
because
on.
he was a substitution relatively early on, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's him now on the left wing. So got Owen Cochrane for company for the second half. No changes for the Magpies as far as I can see.
No, I think he's probably going to give them the best part of an hour, isn't he? And
yeah, on the bench for Maidenhead we have got Dan Krumer, Joshua McMenemy, Freddie Dunham, Connor Hall, Alfie Calver, Joe Ellis, Thomas Mulder, and trialist B and C. So most of those, obviously, trialists are academy players. Dan and Krumer, you might perhaps expect to start. Josh McMenemy's started a few more games in as his career's gone on. He's still a young lad, isn't he? But Freddie Dunham, Connor Hall are all new, and then Alfie, Joel, Tom are trialists, are academy players, and the trialists, well, as the name suggests, they are trialists. Corner for Wolves here. Looks like it will be Tommy Doyle to take.
By the visiting side, meaning business in the second half. Doyle's corner, headed, inadvertently kind of deflected back towards Jackson Chishata over there.
Maidenhead fans sticking to their morals and have swapped sides for the... as I say, you know, if you're a Wolves fan tuning in and wondering why the Bell Street end, the end you're attacking, is a lot quieter, you can kind of go wherever you want here, really. As long as you're within the designated standing areas and not encroach on the field of play or stood on top of a terrace or something. So
joys of non-league football.
The joys of non-league football. Yeah, free. I don't think we've got the attendance yet, have we?
No, we will confirm that when we can.
We'll await with excitement. We're at 2,600. I think last year's average attendance was about 12 to 1,300. So
double what we normally get for a routine game. It's nice to see the old place packed out.
It does feel a bit special, doesn't it, when it's crowds like this. You'll go back to the Ebbsfleet game.
Well, that was 3,300, I think, wasn't it? 3,400?
3,377.
Yeah.
It's a nice, easy number to remember.
And then the Wrexham game a couple of years back was just a little shade under that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Boston as well. That was a full house, wasn't it? Sadly, another team in amber or orange, whatever you want to call it, who sadly got relegated that day. So less fond memories of that than, say, perhaps the Wrexham game. As, Seems that Pedro Lima putting Jordan get under pressure, but he does well.
Jaden Dundas does well there because he was under pressure. Josh Coley holds the ball up well. Looks not like the normal Josh we knew. The other Josh gives the ball away, Josh Johnson, and Miles Walsh-Hayes does well to tidy up. First time Josh has put a foot wrong, really. Josh Johnson, number 8, the former Oxford United man. Back with us on a full-time basis. Good to have him signed as a Magpie, and maybe have a touch wood injury-free spell this time. How many appearances did he make in his last spell on loan? It was about half a dozen or so, wasn't it, before he had an unfortunate injury, but he looked the part, didn't he?
He did, and now joined on a permanent transfer as well as Wolves wing possession back in the midfield.
Lee Devonshire, our head of recruitment, has been keeping an eye on for a long while.
We've a bit of pointless trivia for you tonight. Maidenhead have 7 players whose name starts with J.
Thanks for that, Shay.
If Josh McMenemy and Joel Ellis come on, they'll have 9.
Okay.
I won't ask you to name them because that might be quite easy.
Well, I've got a list here in front of me. So just the 4 Joshes, isn't it? Joshua's and Joshes. We had Jaden's galore. Previous years.
Geordie, Jordan.
What's happened to the traditional footballers' names? Malcolms and Kens.
Well, they're all directors and stewards these days.
Yeah. So yeah, widespread changes for the Wanderers at half time. But like we said in the first half, some of the players that perhaps are more on the fringe are just as hungry to stake a claim in pre-season. And it really is a squad game. You know, we have 7 substitutes at National League South level. How many is it in the Championship? Is it 10 or 11?
I think they're allowed up to 9, aren't you?
Yeah.
But you can only make, is it 5 of them you're allowed to make? And then they have this rule where you're going to use 3 stoppages, so to speak.
That's one rule we don't have in the National League, is it? You can use you can make the changes at any time. And I have a bit of a thing with that because it's a very effective way of winding down the clock.
Well,
which is okay when you're winning. less enjoyable if you're up against it, as it were.
Well, if you're 1-0 up and you haven't made any subs, you can bring someone on the 90th, the 91st, 92nd, 93rd, 94th minute and just wind the clock down, as you say.
Well, there was a game that last season. I think it was I'll tell you exactly who it was. It was Western Supermare, and their ability to not play flowing football for 90 minutes, shall we say, was rather impressive. Dark Arts. We lost that game, so it's clear sort of sour grapes for me.
They did a double over us, didn't they?
Yeah, they were a playoff side, good club and a good side, but we've found them very hard to play against, and their goalkeeper, goodness knows how we got through 90 minutes because he got an absolute battering by the times he was down on the floor. But there you go. So here's the trialist for the Magpies, wearing number 23, one of 3 trialists. There's some of Aaron O'Brien's academy boys on the bench as well. Josh Coley plays advantage, does referee Sonny Gill, with a whistle to his lips there. Josh Coley wanted the free kick.
Yeah, now he's this side. The trialist doesn't look anything like Jaden Dundas at all, does he? I need to.
No, but I got it wrong first of all, so I'm not gonna hang you out to dry on that one. I was the first one to get it wrong, as always.
So just having a look. No one's really warming up for Maidenhead. Josh McMahon's just to turn into the bench. I think there's a couple of trialists and Dan and Krumer warming up as well, but no urgency. So I think PO's happy to see these lads through for another 15-20 minutes or so before bringing on any fresh legs.
Well, they've done okay. I mean, this is, it's not. I don't think this is necessarily the preferred starting 11 in terms of system. Not that any of these players wouldn't be in amongst it, as it were. And that was nearly landed at the feet of Pendlebury from Dundas's ball in. There's players that you'd expect that aren't available to us at the moment that would start, but acquitted themselves pretty well. Yeah, and again, we have to reiterate, it's a friendly game. There's no jeopardy on it, so Wolves are quite happy to keep possession. And said a number of times, having minutes in the legs. That's certainly the phrase you use if you've lost a friendly, but.
Yeah, I think we've had to use that 3 or 4 times, haven't we, on social media?
Well, we played. Let's look at we played. We played. MK Dons, who have come up to League One. We've got players on money that is fit for the level, isn't it? They looked.
Absolutely.
They had some really quality players, and Wolves are a level above that. But
and at the end, their results don't matter, do they? This season we got relegated. We won all 6 pre-season games.
Yeah. I remember Shay season 2011-12. We played a number of EFL teams in pre-season, including Martin Allen's Notts County. We won all the games under Johnson Hippolyte. I told friends of mine, look at Maidenhead this season. They're going to be top 8 in the National League. They're going to have a much better season. First game of the season, home to newly promoted Tunbridge Angels, 0-4. And we were relegated in the final game of the season and reprieved due to, I think, Kettering Town, were the ones that folded. So I've, since then, not really paid much attention. But it's good to have football back. We've had to make do with the World Cup. It's not quite the same, is it?
No. Not at all.
Alfred Pendlebury's done well again there, hasn't he?
He has.
He's put himself around.
He's really coming into his own, and he was quite impressive when he joined us, in all honesty. But he's an
you wouldn't want to play against him, would you? He's strong. He's
a big lad as well, isn't he?
Header he scored against Southampton's under-21s was a brilliant goal. Really, years since I've seen a header as good as that. Dundas has to go direct and long. It's sort of missed there, isn't it? The header by substitute Tote Gomez. Here comes Mitchell Lawson. The ball bobbles there, doesn't it, on the otherwise excellent York Road turf. The text yesterday from the kit man at Wolves asking about the pitch. He thought he was under the impression it was 3G. Imagine if we could afford that. Mind you, I'm a traditionalist. I like grass. I would, wouldn't I?
Favourite quotes from a good friend of mine. He said, I think grassroots football should be played on AstroTurf.
Great line.
He's unavailable for tonight's
Is that anyone I know?
No, I don't think he would,
okay,
actually. He comes down here a few times.
Okay.
I don't think he'll be watching tonight. It might be if you're Hello Ollie.
I like that. That's a Coleman balls from Private Eye.
No, the pitch does look immaculate, and considering that
a good job.
we're under a hosepipe ban from Saturday, it's he does very well to keep it looking pristine. Ball comes in here.
Oh, that's the best chance of the game so far, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
To Lima at the far post.
Lima there. Good effort, good cross in as well. Just unable to keep it on target, but yeah, first they had a couple of half chances in the first half, didn't
That's
they?
the best one so far, isn't it?
Best one so far.
Expected to have kept that down. Just got slightly under it. The former Club Recife player, signed in 2024. One of the changes at half-time. Wolves have a friendly against Real Sociedad, and we go to Wimborne Town. Not quite the same on the weekend. That game's being played at well, they always used to call it the Bescott Stadium, but it's probably got a sponsor. Was it Poundland Stadium or something at some point? I'm not even joking. I think that's what it is.
What, Wimborne?
No. Bescott Stadium is Walsall.
Oh, I see.
Wimborne's a new ground to me. I must admit, I can't remember what the name is at the moment.
We will find out when we update the website tomorrow.
We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah. Good ball there. Owen Cochrane on the run, passes to Jody Mitchell-Lawson across Josh Johnson, who's going to have to dominate the midfield this season if Ryan Peters wants to win the league. Lucky Jaden Dundas loses it there. And Sonny Gill has seen something that he deemed is not within the laws of the game. And
don't mind Jaden doing that. I mean, sometimes you've just got to be
exactly if they're out of
dirty
position,
stuff, haven't you? Yeah.
Yes.
And
if you lose the ball, and
league game, he might be getting a ticking off there, but.
obviously pre-season for the referees as well.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Well, they've
Good chance for
got
them
new
to,
things. There's some rule changes this season that are going to be interesting. As in comes the first goal of the game. Well finished there by the man who's had some good chances so far, Matthias Mane, and he gives the Wanderers the lead. Good composed finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant finish from Matheus Mane. He's been good all the game actually. You know, he came on a bit earlier than he probably planned due to injury for the visitors, but he's been a danger man, and yeah, very composed finish there from Matheus Mane.
It was a good ball, reverse pass, wasn't it, by Tawanda Chuera, who slotted him in, and a good finish. And the first goal of the game. Wolverhampton Wanderers take the lead here at York Road through Matheus Mane, the Portuguese forward. He scored his first senior goal, assisted and won a penalty in a 3-0 win for the Wanderers back in January this year. That was against West Ham, and that was Wolves' first win of the season. Difficult season for them last year in the Premier League. We can only imagine how difficult that division is.
I know, we complain about the National League
Well,
South.
I thought the Isthmian Premier Division was hard, to be
Yeah.
fair, but there you go.
Yeah, they had a tough year, didn't they? And you know, there's always got to be 3 teams to go down, and they just never really got going, did they, Wolves? I think they were relegated with a few games to go as well. So
it was an interesting one, wasn't it? Because they were kind of planning, it felt, for the Championship perhaps quite early on, and they brought Rob Edwards in, who has had some success at that level, but he's not made it to the start of the new season, so they've had another think again about it.
Oh, what an effort!
That's clipped the bar, isn't it? From
was that Owen Cochrane took that? Let's have a look. We got VAR replay up here that we can look at
our man
on our
Trialist A.
Trialist A. Yeah, he whips it in. You won't be able to see this actually on the other stream, but he whips it in. Basically, clips the top of the crossbar. So
yeah,
another one for Trialist A's highlight reel. Yeah. Probably the player we sign most, isn't it, Trialist A? And
Trialist A
keeps coming back every year. One day I'll make the team.
Didn't Trialist A have a Radiohead album?
I think it might be actually. Something like that. All the useful football information on Magpies Radio, which is on TV today as well.
We still haven't got a jingle. That's going to be a free kick for the foul on Jaden Mitchell-Lawson.
No, we haven't actually. If you're one of the 2,500 people tuning in and you'd like to donate a couple of quid for our new jingle, please feel free to do so.
So free kick for Maidenhead in a good position here, responding to going a goal down to the Championship side.
Set piece specialist Trialist A again, this time from a narrow angle, so I doubt he'll be going for a shot on goal, but certainly a chance here for. I think it's got Alfie Pendlebury written all over it, isn't it? Those two.
He did get kind of close to getting an end of that. Josh Johnson tries to poke it through to Coley, the other Josh, and actually breaking quickly here is number 74, Tom Edozie.
Fair play, Maidenhead actually got back into shape quite quickly after that. That's something, counter-attacks is something that has caught us off guard in the past. So yeah, they've done well there to get back into position after that set piece.
Like I said earlier, Shay, what you don't want to do in any game when you're playing a side from a higher division is gift them a goal. We came perilously close a couple of times in the first half, and as we give possession away there, right on cue, commentators curse. And actually, they've worked a good angle here, and it's a good challenge. Doyle dispossessed there by, I think that was Owen Cochrane, was it?
Yeah, Owen Cochrane now.
that came from Maidenhead's possession, which is a bit disappointing. Wolves have a corner. Yeah, like I said before that interruption, you know, it was a well-crafted goal, and that's, you know, you hold your hands up, don't you, if a team of talented players creates their own thing. If you gift it to them, it's a bit frustrating. So the corner goes deep and out the other side of Jordi van Stappershoff's goal. Dutchman who had a fine season for us last year, former Aldershot keeper.
Yeah, he really came into his own, didn't he? He's saying about Joel Alderneiryn earlier, and obviously it's a bit different 2 minutes into your first pre-season game compared to, you know, your first couple of games in the league.
He's done well tonight. Yeah,
he's done well tonight, and you know, Geordie last season, you saw him at first, you know, a bit wide. You know, he didn't seem to handle across as well.
Yeah. It was a tough start for him, wasn't it?
It was a tough start, but under, you know, Liam Vaughan, goalkeeping coach, and Wolves fan actually, who's currently got his iPad out on the touchline. He's done, you know, he's really morphed into a keeper who can command his box, and I think we conceded the fewest amount of goals at the level.
Best defence last year in the south, which was
and the north as well.
And in the north as well. Okay.
So that's obviously 48 teams. We're at
step two, top of the tree for one thing. That's good.
For Wolves fans tuning in, obviously at our level, we're a regionalised league, so we have north and south. So that's why 48 teams technically at our level. We don't have to.
24 team division is enough, Shay.
Yeah.
46 games is.
I don't think we would have played. Well, that'd be 96 games a season.
Think of all those Tuesday nights. I do feel sorry for Brackley and Oxford City in the northern section. Not Oxford City, not a million miles away from us, and they have trips. Mind you, some of them would be great, wouldn't they? Going to places like Curzon Ashton. Not even sure what that is really, to be fair, but I'm sure it's a good place to visit.
Not sure an atomic kissing, Curzon Ashton, or is that? I've got no idea. Some of those places. I mean, that's the trouble with the National League North, though. We're quite lucky in the South. Okay, we've got to go to Truro.
Well, it's very stretched, isn't it? It's very stretched. The proliferation of teams in the sort of real bottom portion of the country, and then spreads out a little bit.
It's more really the National League home counties that we play. With a couple of trips to
Cornwall,
Wiltshire, Devon, and all that. But it's the North. It's, as you say. I mean, Oxford City being in the North, they are one of the 24th most northern team in this at this level, I suppose. But when you're part-time clubs, as Mane again.
Jaden's done well there because he put his body between the man and the ball, and he won the free kicks. It's good defending from Jaden Mitchell-Lawson, who's had a good game again tonight. I really like Jaden at right wing back because, again, as I say, at this level, National League South, he's done well for us in that position. He gets up and down. And I think he's a bit of a fan's favourite, really, isn't he? A lot of supporters I speak with are praising of his impact for us over the last 3 seasons now, is it? I think this will be his 4th season, I think.
Yeah, he had one where he's injured for most of it, wasn't he?
I
think that's the 24-25, which is another point, actually, to come back from injury and feature regularly. I think he feature in every game last season. I think he might have done, you know.
May have been in and around, you know, with the 7 subs. And you're using 5. You can
have a couple of subs here. Speaking of, it looks like there's Wolves on the attack. Who's that? Takes a shot. Oh, just wide there by Tomadozi.
Well, it's a corner, so it's. Did Geordie get a touch on that? It's a strange.
That's strange. It's hard to tell from this angle. Might be a deflection, but
more likely a deflection. It was good. It was a good move, wasn't it? One two-touch stuff.
Cameraman Lee saying it's a good save there by Geordie.
Good to see someone's watching. Well done, Lee.
Well, Wolves off the corner here. Looks like we're going to make a couple of subs as well.
How have we missed that? That's an obvious save by Jordi.
Dan and Krumer coming on for Trialist Day, who's had a good game, whoever he is. And number 19, which I think, is that one of the academy lads?
I'll work it out in a minute. I think it's Joel.
Might be Joel Ellis, isn't it? Alfie Carver.
No, I think it might be on the trialist, actually.
Ball comes in for Wolves. It's very high and wide, but managed to get at the back post there. Flicked up. Tomadozi back on the ball. Tommy Doyle here, edge of the box. What will he do with it here? Plays it back. Good ball, good ball. Chance to shoot here, and just wide there. Just wide
Quite
there from.
Couldn't quite stab it goal wide. Could he? It was lovely one-touch stuff again, wasn't it? And a good overlap. Chihuahua again, I think, wasn't it? With the final
that's
shot.
the one.
Substitutions for the Magpies coming on number 9, Daniel Karuma.
So multitasking here at Maidenhead. We're a very small operation, our media team. So if you hear Neil in the background, he's currently doing the PA announcements as well as the commentary. So a bit of multitasking here at Maidenhead United. If you are tuning in, we hope you're enjoying the coverage. Very interesting game, not one you see every day. Wolverhampton Wanderers against Maidenhead United. As we say earlier, it's the thing that came about as a result of the Maximilian Kilman transfer a couple of years ago, which Maidenhead United obviously received a sell-on clause for. As part of that deal, the two clubs agreed to a friendly as well, which is taking place tonight in front of a packed-out crowd. We will get the attendance for you as soon as we have it, but I have to say I think this is the busiest I've seen York Road in a very good while. For comparison, we get about 1,200-1,300 here on average. Some less for 700, 800 for a Tuesday night game. More often, we'll have 2,500 for a big game against Slough, as we see Dan and Krumah not landing his feet, but yeah, Wolves look like they're going to see this game out quite well. Ball goes up to Matthias Mane. Matthias Mane, I had to double check myself there.
Change for the Wanderers as well.
The Connor McLeod coming on for.
Change for Wolverhampton Wanderers coming on is number 66, Connor McLeod.
Indeed, so is that Mane going off? I think it's that Mane, yeah, I think it's Mane. Yeah, Matthias Mane going off. Sorry, I'm just talking to Neil, we're doing the PA announcements there. Yeah, Matthias Mane's had a great game, been a very interesting player to watch for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Obviously the goal scorer as well, scored the only goal of the game thus far. 1-0 Wolves here at York Road with...
Yeah, gets his name sung by the excellent following from the West Midlands this evening.
Fair play for turning out as well, it's very rare opportunity for Wolves to come to places like this. We obviously we only get the chance to meet in the season, the FA Cup in the third round, and I don't think we've made the third round in a very long time. So
no, you're talking 1880s then.
Yeah,
just wondering who their most local National League club is. Is Stourbridge in the National North, possibly?
I have a feeling they might be Northern Prem, but
okay,
I don't know.
I stand corrected then. Obviously, our friends at
Not
Tamworth
sure.
in the conference national. Lovely club to visit were Tamworth.
I think Solihull Moors is not a million miles
Solihull,
away,
yeah, that's Birmingham way, isn't it?
It's Birmingham, yeah. So my knowledge of the Midlands is not amazing, unfortunately.
Well, we don't go anywhere near there at the moment, like we've just alluded to. We're
never really went there that much in the National League either, did we? Apart from Solihull and Tamworth were our Midlands trips. It's
East Midlands for Notts County.
Notts County, of course. Who they get promoted? They're in League One now, aren't they?
Yes, they're in League One.
So that was always an enjoyable ground to visit.
Well, our one win there was the COVID season, and there was a crowd of 0 there to celebrate it, which was quite a shame. It was a brilliant win at the start of a really good season, actually.
That was so for listeners tuning in for the first time, we played the most local club on Boxing Day, and once we ended up playing Notts County as our most local club.
That's right.
Just by process of elimination, there wasn't anyone closer to play, so we had a Magpies derby.
Yeah, I imagine that's one they probably weren't hugely fussed about in terms of the prestigious clubs they've played. A little deflection on that one, and that's spun up.
Yeah, he got a bit of...
like something chronic, didn't it, actually? He struggled to then control it, did Odoniran, as rolled out for a corner. Just couldn't quite... I've got some sympathy with him there because he had some backspin on the ball. So
yeah, you're not going to get that in the regular season, are you? When it's lashed down,
that's right. The far post ball just skipped through, wrong-footed odd and near on his weak foot, and Wolves have a corner. We're joined up on the gantry by Wolves. That's a good save by Van Stappershoff. He plunges to keep that one out. That was a good save. He's looked in good form in pre-season again. That keeps the Magpies just the one goal adrift. The one coming on the hour mark by Mane. Tommy Doyle gets applause from the visiting fans as he runs over to take the corner. Who was it on the end of that one there? Trying to work out who that was there. On the end of that chance, I think it might be Toti Gomez potentially, who was denied by the good save, plunging to his right by Jordi Van Stappershoff.
Yeah, that corner just there cleared everyone. Jaden Dundas booted it back up the field, out of harm's way. I think Ryan Peters will be quite happy with his team's performance tonight. You know, they've look, you know, it's always going to be a tough side against Wolves. You know, they're championship side at the end of the day, but they've looked okay. You know, they've looked all right tonight.
Well, what Ryan said pre-match, Aaron Peters said pre-match to sponsors was, you know, it's an opportunity to practice being without the ball as much as they might otherwise want to be, sent towards goal and just
he's taking out the flag.
Yeah. Good effort there from Chiruera, who's one of the survivors of the first half team, and has dislodged a Wolves flag there.
Nice big Sondico mark on that flag. Whatever brand we use these days.
Other brands are available, of course.
Sondicos are the fire. That one always hurts.
Have you got shares in them, Shay, or something? That's twice you mentioned them, mate.
Throw in here for Maidenhead.
It's all part of your plan to commercialise Magpies Radio, is it? To have some brand awareness. I was rather hoping there would be a hydration break in the second half, but having been booed for the first half one, Sonny Gill, our referee, has opted against one, and joking aside, it has cooled down rather. I was going to give some of our sponsors a shout out, but I'll wait and do that on the PA at the end.
Yeah, it's a bit nicer to play considering the heat waves.
I wish all year round could be like this, Shay. I'm not a fan of the winter. The only thing that keeps me going is the football. Not a fan of winter. Cricket season's finished. All the good things happen in the summer.
Yeah, snooker's on, darts is on, but that's only around Christmas time, isn't it, really?
Don't say the C word, mate. Not yet. We get bank holiday in August, though, don't we? Mind you, we've got a double-header game week, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll be. I think we're here for that game, are we? Totton at home, I want to say.
Totton at home, that's right. Bank holiday Monday. No bank holiday for us.
No, we get to spend our bank holiday weekend writing programmes, previews, and match reports from the Saturday game as well.
I get to spend it with you, Shay, so it's not that bad.
Oh, blimey!
I've had worse people to spend. Pass back there is not going to unduly test Alfie Brooks in goal for the Wolves. 22-year-old. He played against Estoril in that aforementioned friendly. Slightly more glamorous game against Real Sociedad for Wolves on Saturday. I'm sure that will be a good test for them.
I think we're going to have some debuts here, Neil. Looks like Connor Hall, Freddie Dunham are coming on.
Okay, that's good. So there's players coming back, which is what we like to see.
With his new kit number as well. It's promoted from the 20s onto the 14. So who will that be? So, it looks like we're going to get a hydration break here, Neil, whilst Jordan Newham receives treatment. So
splendid. I can give some of our sponsors a shout out.
You'd like to do that?
Well, we're very grateful because at a club like ours, they make all the difference. And we've some new calm partners this season. Bufab, we have Christopher Ward, Hub and Smedvig, Maidenhead Advertiser, and Off the Tap, and of course Wilson Partners, some real long-standing loyal partners of ourselves there, and some general club partners who are just as valuable to us. AB Walker, new partner AM World, Ben and Jack, who come on board this season with us as well. Boxer Motors, BWH Drinks, Equity, Golf Performance Studio, Green Swing, Inspirations, our new ticketing provider Intix, our new partner at KNS Signs, Kelmay, Leisure Focus, Maidenhead Managed Offices, O'Brien Real Estate, Permanent Beauty, Printique and Studio Underdog are another new partner. So, thank you to all of them. And for those of you tune in to us and for those of you who come to watch us, you're all much valued at a club like ours.
Absolutely, Neil. And to avoid channeling our inner FIFA too much and talk about commercials in the hydration break, the Calm or Campaign Against Living Miserably you'll see on our shirt, that is the result of a Calm partnership in which 8 of the aforementioned companies give a percentage towards the club every year. And because of that, we're able to have a Campaign Against Living Miserably, suicide prevention charity, on our front of shirt across the men's, women's, academy, juniors, futsal, and much more across the club. So thank you to all our sponsors and our partners who support us for another season, and we're glad you can be with us for this forthcoming campaign as play gets back underway. And as Neil mentioned on the PA, we've got some new faces. Connor Hall, number 27, closest to us at the moment. He's just signed on from Binfield, I believe. Freddie Dunham has also entered the fray for his
You've confused Binfield for Brackley, Shay.
Oh dear, that's...
Brackley was Connor Hall. He's a local lad. He's a Slough lad, but nobody's perfect. He was most recently with Brackley. I think he's played a bit of EFL football as well. Was top scorer for Brackley last year in the National League. And he will go and visit an old stomping ground next week. So a prolific forward, which is always nice to have.
I'm glad you told me that now, Neil, because we're off to Brackley, as you say, in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I would have been
Brackley, not Binfield.
Giving updates from a completely different ground and watching a completely different team.
How the heck are we getting to Penn and Tyler's next week? That's the next question.
Oh, blimey. We might do a sponsored walk, I think. Might be the only way we can do it, at least.
So we go from Wolverhampton Wanderers one Wednesday to Penn and Tyler's, a village club near High Wycombe. That's next Tuesday's destination after we go to Wimborne, just north of Bournemouth, on Saturday. Brackley finishes it up, or also known as Binfield if you're Shea Bottomley. Brackley Town, and then we go to Truro. Long trip, longest trip of the season up first. That works for me. Well done, Jaden.
Oh,
there you go. Every game, Jaden Mitchell-Lawson will receive treatment. It is a Maidenhead United fact. That is a nasty one. There was nothing in it in terms of any intent or anything. Eden, our physio, has been waved on. Hopefully just winded there. He went up for it. The Wolves player had every right to go up for it as well. And
he went flying in the air,
didn't he? No quarter Arsenal given. In fact, Jaden was not giving that up. And I've never known him shirk a challenge, actually. He's not a big lad, is he?
No, and he
he's
went quite high as well.
He did. That's the worry.
So I'm guessing they're doing some concussion tests. So
yeah,
as is protocol, they'll ask you a few questions.
That's right.
Your name, what's the score, who you're playing, stuff like that, just to make sure he's okay. Because
there's been times, Shay, when I've been at a Maidenhead game and if people have asked me the score, I wouldn't be able to tell them, to be honest with you. But
no, I thought we were leading 1-0 on Saturday, and
I missed the Southampton early goal. Apparently, it was offside, wasn't it?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Didn't see it either. Okay,
we weren't.
We'll just say it was offside then, shall we? We'll just say it's
Yeah.
offside. Should never have been given. Scott, did you see it? The Southampton first goal on Saturday. Was it offside? Couldn't tell you.
So
Scott is sitting on the fence.
So
Like the media officer he is.
The democratic vote is that we've lost that game 2-1 now.
Yeah, we're
rather than
the score.
3-1.
Yeah.
So
Jaden's okay. He's going off. He's received
updated.
treatment, so he's going off. To be fair, like I say, Jaden gets crunched every game. He does himself no favours in a way by being all action. And there is a change of foot. An unnumbered Maidenhead player is coming on. I'd be glad to see the back of pre-season, frankly, for the difficulties with shirt numbering.
I am assuming that's trialist.
That's one of our trialists. It's not one of the academy lads.
trialist B, I'm guessing.
We're going to give him trialist.
Looks a bit like Reece Smith, doesn't he?
The man with no number. Dash is coming on. I'm not going to announce coming on red shirt. It's
He's going to get his first bit of action here.
challenge of pre-season is to get people on the pitch and get a chance to look at people.
The trialist B, we believe, has been dispossessed there.
Yeah, it's not one of the academy lads. I would recognise Joel and Alfie.
Got some good minutes this pre-season, the academy lads, haven't they?
Yeah, it's good.
Dan and
That's
Krumer
well played
here.
by Dan and Krumer. Oh, flashed
Oh!
across goal. And coming at the far post there,
Freddie Dunham.
Freddie
there.
Dunham. The lad signed from Step 5 Abingdon United.
What a moment that would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been good if he could have got there. To be fair, it was flying
It was.
at pace. A good turn though, wasn't it, from Nkrumah, the former Worthing man?
Yeah, it was a well played ball, and you know it's one of those. Just if it's, I think you're in the right place at the right time for that to go in, don't you? There's not really much you can do, but
Yeah.
great ball from Krumer and Freddie Dunham. Just a little bit unlucky there. Otherwise, that would have been a goal he would have remembered for quite a while. His first in the Maidenhead shirt and against none other than Wolverhampton Wanderers.
That's it.
So how long we got left?
5 minutes exactly, mate.
on the
Just
dot.
as you asked there.
As,
Right on time.
Jackson
Right on.
Tatsua gets fouled. And I tell you what, Freddie Dunham wants to not get a point but get a goal here. Crosses that one
Doesn't
across.
quite-
Tries to find trialist B, but not quite enough on it.
Quite reach Connor Hall, does it? He pulled it across too. I mean, look, it's everything to gain for Freddie. Step 5 players. Apparently he's the highest scoring teenager in English senior football last year. So I think he had a trial at Oxford United. He's an Abingdon boy, so not too far from home. So ideal move for him. Let's see what he can do. He might get some loan time, who knows? With a few injuries, maybe he'll be getting a chance in some of these upcoming friendlies. The ball runs out of play there. So worthwhile match this evening. I think for Wolves more minutes together and fitness. Maidenhead have performed pretty well. I had lots of goal scoring opportunities, but not been entirely overwhelmed either by a side who are going to overwhelm, I'm sure, some championship teams this year.
I think it's been a thoroughly enjoyable evening. You know, once the game gets going, obviously all our hard work is before the game, and then this is the easy part for us, just talking about football for 90 minutes.
The fun bit.
The fun bit, exactly. But no, hopefully you've enjoyed the stream, and if you're at the ground, hope you enjoyed the game too. It's,
That's lifted over the top there by a frustrating evening, isn't he? He's been very lively,
yeah,
as the man Chuera, but
he was
unable
the
to hit
first
the
half player
target.
as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
he's-
yeah.
As he came back on, but yeah, but it's been an enjoyable evening, and you know, it's so good to see so many Wolves supporters. Fair play for coming along. Thank you for supporting our club. You know, it's pre-season friendlies aren't exactly what you call your biggest money-making affairs. So to have something like this where we don't have the attendance just yet, but we'll if we can share it before the stream ends, we will. As I say, we're at 2,600 earlier. We've actually had the same amount on our live stream as well. So if you tuned in, thank you very much.
Tom Edozie is down getting some treatment. Hopefully nothing untoward there. So I'm going to try and give you a attendance by logging on.
We're doing it the new way now, isn't it, of logging on onto the.
Unfortunately, on my phone, it's not the easiest thing to do, so I might try and do it. Can I do it from the laptop? Is that all right? I'll try and log on to the laptop and go into Intix that way. Another plug for our new ticketing provider. Other ticketing providers aren't available.
Yeah, it's Tomadozi down there still receiving treatment. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for him.
Yeah, we're in the dying embers of this game now, and we don't want anything. So have you got the that metric or not? No, I'll put myself in then. Do apologise. Talking shop here on the stream. Scott Hargreaves is poised. He wants to announce the attendance. And now I can't. How do I get the @ sign on there? Welcome to
The
middle-aged man using technology.
technological advancements of our keyboard is that the @ sign isn't where it says it is. So
Okay.
I think if you press number 2,
Well, how would I going to know that?
the riveting commentary on Magpie's radio as we try to log into a ticketing account.
No, you're not missing anything, folks. We've still got. We've still got the man receiving treatment. Now I can't get my password right. That's because I've spelt it wrong.
I don't get this on iFollow, do you?
I hate passwords for everything. Never long enough. I don't know.
So we should be able to reveal the attendance if we can now.
I'm going to try and beat the full-time whistle. It's host an event, isn't it? It's there. No, it's that one. Sorry, folks. New system here.
So
let me work this out because we need to.
I think
It's going to be that then. It's hold on a minute. In terms of.
There you go. We can see.
That's the entire attendance, including complimentaries, isn't it?
I think they count.
2849. You were determined for a record, weren't you? So you can report that.
Is that what we're going with? 2849?
Bear with me.
Well, whilst Neil works out the new ticketing system, players back on the way. Pedro Lima with the ball in midfield. Probably only a minute or two left now of this pre-season friendly. I don't think Sonny Gill will be adding too many minutes on, just because it's at the end of the day it's just a pre-season friendly, and they don't need to have 8 minutes of stoppage time as the football authorities often tend to try and impose on us these days. Josh McMenemy first touch of the ball, clears it upfield, and now he gets his second note. That goes to Miles Walsh-Hayes. So Jaden Dundas played full 90 minutes. Really coming into Ryan Peters' team now. And that
that's
is
full
the
time.
end. Do we have our ticket attendance?
Yeah, I've got to take off these complimentaries, but there's 2,800 people in the ground. I can give a more rounded view. So you've got your record, Shay. Well done to Maidenhead. They have given Wolverhampton Wanderers a good battle this evening. They win by 1-0. A good quality finish by Mane. And a useful exercise. I think everyone has enjoyed tonight's game.
Thank you, Neil. Yeah, so a 1-0 win for Wolverhampton Wanderers. A very enjoyable evening. Not a very special occasion for Maidenhead United, and hopefully the Wolves fans in attendance have enjoyed it as well. Not your traditional ground that you may attend this season, but there's a first time for everything, isn't there? So if you tuned in on the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we kept you entertained throughout the evening. As I say, we're a small team at York Road, so we all do all sorts of jobs. Neil is a secretary for the club, and I just do the marketing and media management. So yeah, hopefully we're acceptable enough for your standards. But yeah, all I can say is thank you again for joining us. Maidenhead United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Our next game for the Magpies will be at Wimborne Town in a couple of days' time on the Saturday, and then we go to Penn and Tyler's Green for pre-season is rounded off against Brackley Town. First game of the league season is Truro City, and then we go off to Dorking, well, we're back at York Road in about a month's time for Dorking Wanderers. So thank you again for joining us. Have a lovely evening and rest of your week. And yeah, we hope to see you very soon for more coverage of Maidenhead United.